In this video, we're going to look at solving another rational equation. This one's a little more complicated because it involves two rational terms. So one on the left side and one on the right side of the equation. So there's a couple different ways you can go about solving this as well. The easiest and most straightforward way is to try to eliminate the denominators as quickly as you can. First thing you got to do before you do anything is, of course, state the restriction. So x plus 3 is on the denominator, so that means x cannot be equal to negative 3, and x cannot be equal to 4, because x minus 4 is on the other side of the denominator. So now you want to get rid of the denominators. So if I want to eliminate x plus 3 as the denominator on this side, I just need to multiply both sides by x plus 3. And as long as I do it to both sides of the equation, that's okay. So I'm multiplying x plus 3, and then over here that will cancel out. I also have an x minus 4 on this side, so I'm going to multiply both sides by x minus 4. And then the x minus 4's will cancel out there. So I have x minus 4 times x minus 1. And then x minus 6 times x plus 3. So notice I went from this to this by multiplying the denominator on both sides, both denominators on both sides of the equation. Now, sometimes people will skip this step, and they'll think of a process which they call cross-multiplying. So cross-multiplying is when you have two fractions which are equal, and you multiply kind of across the equation. So that means I take x minus 1 and multiply it by x minus 4, which is what I got here. And then I state that that is equal to x plus 3 across x plus 6. Oh sorry, it was plus 6. I should fix that. And then I get this. So what cross multiplying is really just a shortcut of this step. You eliminate this step, so you don't need to write this step. And you can think of it as cross multiplying, but you got to be careful when you do cross multiplication that you know what you're doing. So what you're doing is you're just not writing this step down. But however you want to think about it, you get to here, which is just a polynomial equation. So now I'm just going to expand both quadratics, both sides of this equation. And solve for x. So I need to collect like terms all on one side. The x squareds are going to cancel out. So I'll collect the x's on the left side and the constants on the right side. So I got minus 14x equals 14. Divide both sides by minus 14. And we'll get x equals minus 1. So x equals minus 1 is the solution to this equation. So if I were to substitute x equals minus 1 into this equation, we get left side equal to right side. So that's how you solve a rational equation where there is one rational term on each side of the equation.